draw near, you shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today is August 2nd. Welcome to the Orange County Municipal Court. I'm Judge Capper. We have some reviews to do for people who have obligations to take care of by court order. This is a check on that. So when your name's called, come up to the table to your right, stand there. I'm going to review your file to see what progress you made. All the reviews, please.
John Boggs, Holly Elkins, Elizabeth Hoffman Howard, Thomas Jarvis, Heidi R. Meadows.
John Boggs is 07185. John Boggs. Call form has not appeared. He promised to do 2 days a week community service, and
That is correct.
I'm assuming he hasn't, and he hasn't shown up today. So next time it's going to be bench warrant. He's just going to have to serve it out in jail, whatever. Be converted to jail time. Because he's had several chances and never done it.
Your Honor, he was also supposed to bring proof from the animal shelter that he had done some previously. I've not seen it.
Okay. There's no, he hasn't been given any credit. Be a warrant issue for failure to appear. Holly Elkins, 24387, 23342. 04179, and she has done some community services last time. So I'm just when her last case I ordered 5 days in a row. It looks like
She did do it, Your Honor.
she did that. Okay,
Yes, sir.
very good. You still have stuff left to work on, so we'll just keep working on it. I won't require you to do it in a row, but I wanted that initially. Can you pay anything on your fine today?
I want to do it Tuesday. I'm paying like,
Tuesday,
yeah,
okay, how much will you pay Tuesday?
I have 50.
I'm going to set your next hearing for September 6th. Now that's a Friday, is that okay?
Yes.
September the 6th, first Friday in September is your next review at 9 a.m.
I thank you.
Elizabeth Hoffman Howard, I'll just put it aside because she usually comes late. She never makes it on time. But she usually comes. Thomas Jarvis.
Yes, sir.
23972. Okay, is this my copy to keep?
Yes, sir.
It's a good report from Presbyterian, which was part of your sentence to do. You still have some community service to do. You did, looks like 1 day since your last hearing. Do you have a payment on your funds today?
Yes, sir. I'm paying $100 today.
Okay. When can you come out for more community service?
It'll probably be in 2 weeks. It'll be on a Saturday.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put you, are you talking about a week from this Saturday or 2 weeks from this Saturday?
2 weeks from this Saturday.
That's the 17th.
Okay.
So Mr. Cooper's made a note of that. Your case is, you don't have as many and they're not as old as the previous lady, so I'm going to give you more time before your next hearing. Are
Okay.
you working, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mondays or Fridays, which is better?
Fridays.
Fridays are
Yes.
better? Okay. I'll set you for September 27th, that's a Friday, 9 o'clock. If you get everything finished before then, confirm that with your probation officer. You don't have to come to that hearing.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any service, but she hasn't paid all her fines, so there'll be a warrant issued for failure to appear.
Brandon F. Miller, Christopher W. Roadcap, Stephanie Romans, Marissa Short, Marcus Williamson. Mr. Miller should be on Zoom.
Okay, Brandon Miller is appearing by teleconference, it's case number 23-184.
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Miller was ordered on 6/17 to have some community service done for his hearing, and he has not showed up.
Okay, what's your explanation on that, Mr. Miller?
I'm still planning to get it done. I'm not showing up.
Well, give me a date when you're going to be here.
I'm sorry.
Give me a date when you're going to be here for community service.
Next Saturday, the 10th.
See, next Saturday is the 10th. So, okay, Mr. Cooper's got that down. You've actually got 3 days left, so you'll still have 2 more days to do after that. And you still owe some money on your fines. Do you have a payment? You made a payment in June. Have you got a payment you're going to make? You need to make a payment for July.
Sure, I made a $50 online payment this morning. I do every 4 days.
Okay, well, that won't show up here till tomorrow.
Or Monday.
Monday, actually. All right, I'm going to set your next hearing. September, did you say Mondays or Fridays were better for you?
Friday is better.
September 13th. That's a Friday. 9 a.m., September 13th, get your community service done.
Great, thank you.
Christopher Roadcap, 23-646 and 21-1172. Okay, you have done community service since your last hearing, and that's going towards your fine on the old case. I'll set you for September 13th.
Okay.
September 13th, you want to write it down, that form in the back. September 13th, 9 o'clock. Stephanie Romans, she's at Bethesda, I believe, and they have an outbreak. Is she here? Stephanie Romans? Taylor texted me this morning. Make sure. They have COVID in their female house. Several people have it. Now Taylor has it, so they're not coming, but she says Stephanie Romans is compliant with services. So I'll set her a new hearing and make it September 6th, 9 o'clock. And I'll text her back and tell her Stephanie is September 6th. Marissa Short. Okay. My note was I was going to finish her case up to that. She had a good report.
She's not here, Your Honor.
And she's at Bethesda also, so let me ask for a report from her. Now, put her aside and we'll look at it later in the docket. Marcus Williamson, 24-741.
Your Honor, if I may, he called in and Olivia told him he did need to be here today. He has not done his community services ordered either.
Okay.
He said he was sick and she told him that he needs to be here today though.
He's got 7 days to come in before a warrant will issue. Okay, that finishes the reviews we have today. So we're going to do arraignments next. Anyone out in the hallway that has a new case needs to come into the courtroom now.
Arraignment, this here is one. First time here, you need to be in the courtroom now.
Come in, have a seat. So these are for the new cases called arraignment hearings, or if you missed an old case, if you had a hearing you missed or didn't do something, got a warrant, you'll get called to these as long as the clerk knows you're here. So if you want to be heard today and you haven't checked in with and your case wasn't on the docket, otherwise you need to go check in with the clerk so they'll pull your file and put it on the docket. If you are here for arraignment, your name's going to be called, come up to the table to your right, when your name's called, stand there. I'm going to go over the charges with you, tell you what the possible penalties are for the charge. You don't have to agree with it, but you need to understand the charges. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. Everything here is on the record, which means it's all being recorded, and it can be used against you by the state. If you get up and admit something about your case, then they can use that later against you in a hearing to show proof that you did what was alleged against you. So you don't have to say anything. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. If you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea, you're waiving those rights. You should not waive your rights if you don't understand what's happening, if you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want to have a trial in the case, or if you don't know what to do. If you fit any of those categories, you should enter a not guilty plea if you're asked when you're asked for a plea. Do not enter a guilty or no contest plea to get it over with. That's not a good reason to enter one of those pleas. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Dale Lee Sullivan Jr., case number TRD 213145 A and B.
Okay, so you're Dale Lee Sullivan Jr.?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sullivan, it's alleged that this is an old case, October 29th, 2021, at 7:38 a.m. in Perry Township, you were driving a motor vehicle while your license was suspended. That is, as charged against you, an unclassified misdemeanor, the maximum penalty 500 hours of community service and a $1,000 fine. That's the most that can happen. You're also charged with speeding, driving 52 in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. That's a minor misdemeanor. The maximum penalty is a $150 fine. Do you understand the two charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have?
I do.
How do you plead to these charges?
I plead guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true and you're waiving your right to have a trial in this case and to be represented by counsel. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to accept your guilty plea. And the officer says defendant was observed going south, County Road 18 above the posted speed limit. Radar check showed speed at 52 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. Stopped the defendant. He only had an ID. He is suspended for a financial responsibility suspension through Chesapeake Mayor's Court. Do you have a license now?
No, sir. I still have a...
Okay, and it looks like you did not come to court when you were initially ordered to back in 2021, got a warrant, and wound up just getting picked up on it recently. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you had to post a bond.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to get your license back?
Yes, sir, I do. There's a restitution I owe in Kentucky. It's an old case from probably 2 decades ago, something like that. And there's some hurdles I need to go through that.
Okay, so it's not something that you could take care of anytime soon?
I don't believe so, sir.
Okay. Any explanation for not coming to court initially?
Nothing that's suitable for the court, Your Honor. I
Okay.
apologize for wasting the court's
Yeah,
time.
I should say good excuse. Anybody got a good excuse? Because I get bad excuses all the time.
I'm sure you do, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, honestly,
Well, that's part, if you don't come to, it happens fairly regular basis. I don't know what people think is going to happen. When you don't come to court, bad stuff is going to happen. You're going to get a warrant. It may take a while, but you know, you get arrested, you got to go to jail, you got to post a bond to get out.
Yeah.
Not a good experience.
No, sir.
So you vouch for everybody else to come to court when they're supposed to, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Because you had 2 non-jailable offenses that you made jailable by not coming to court for your arraignment.
It cost me a couple days of work and $300 to get out, so it's,
Yeah, that wouldn't have happened if you would have just come to court.
yes, sir.
Okay, so, and you still don't have a license, but it doesn't sound like you can get one anytime soon. So, on the driving under suspension, and I have to give you more of a fine now than I would have back in 2021 because you didn't come to court.
I understand.
So, I'm going to make it a $250 fine.
Okay.
Order you to pay the court costs. I'm going to order that you do 5 days of community service, 30 hours of community service. It's 5 days. You can do those any day but Sunday here at the court. That's 7:30 a.m.
That's
Just
called.
come here on the west side. Mr. Major is going to talk to you and he'll give you more directions, but there's no excuse not to do the community service. You know,
I
it's
understand.
here all the time. You can show up and get it done.
Okay.
Do you want any probation from it?
Yes, 2 years of level 5 probation. That's non-reporting probation except for a review hearing. The things that I did those first hearings, those are reviews. So you're going to have a chance to get it all done. If you do, you don't even have to come to the review hearing.
Okay.
Excuse me, if it's not done by your review hearing date, you got, again, this is another way to make it jailable. I don't want you to go to jail. I want to keep people out of jail. But jail's the only tool I've got if people won't do what they're supposed to. I have to put them in jail. You've got till January 24th of next year to get this done. And if you have it done, you don't have to show up.
Okay.
If you don't have it done, you got to show up. If you don't show up, you don't have it done, we're going to go through this all again. You'll get a warrant.
Yes, sir.
Not appeal. So just take care of it and never go to jail.
Okay.
On the speed offense, I'll impose a $50 fine.
Okay.
So you're to meet with this gentleman up here in the white shirt and tie.
Okay.
His office is to the left as you leave the courtroom, make a 90-degree left. On that side of the building, go there, talk to him, get some paperwork. You're free to go after that. Get all this stuff done before January 24th, and you don't ever even have to come back to court.
All right.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Matthew Halstead, case number CRA 16763A and B, CRB 16764B.
All right, sir, you Matthew Halstead?
Yes, sir.
Looks like you missed a review hearing June the 16th of 2017 on a drug paraphernalia.
Yeah, when I left here, I was picked up by Jackson County. When I was released from there, not long after that, I was arrested by Putnam. I did a year there, got out in rehab, did drug court, completed that program. And with all my citations, this kind of got lost in the wash. It never, even when I got my driver's license, it never came up.
In West Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't because it's a misdemeanor, so the warrant pickup is only in Ohio.
Yeah, so I went and filed for my TWIC card for work and got the letter yesterday and it got kicked back because of this.
They found it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm showing you owe $335
Uh-huh.
on this case. Can you pay that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you take card?
No, you have to go get cash.
Okay.
And since it was, you look like you're going to test clean, but I've been surprised before since it was drug paraphernalia. But
I've been 6.5 years.
do a urine screen, and
Yep.
then if that's clean, then you can just pay the fine before cost will be complete.
Absolutely.
He has a warrant on the B case on CRB 16.
Yeah. So, I'll let him go do the urine screen. If it's clean, then go get the money, pay it off, and get it done.
State of Ohio versus John T. Wellman, case number CRB 24444.
Sir, you're John T. Wellman.
I am.
Mr. Wellman, it's alleged that at Fayette Township on June 30th of this year, you knowingly caused or attempted to cause physical harm to Claudette Gibson, and that she's either a member of your family or lives in your household. So the charge against you is domestic violence. It's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge? 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine is the maximum penalty. That doesn't mean that's what you'll get. That's the most you can get if you're found guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes.
How do you want to plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
No.
Do you have any income?
I have a SSI disability.
That's your only income?
Yes.
Okay. I'll appoint Mr. Stratton to represent you.
I'm coming.
Mr. Wellman. Hi, Attorney Stratton.
Entering a not guilty plea for Mr. Wellman.
Oh, okay. I'm appointed as your attorney, okay? And we're going to enter a plea of not guilty, and then he's going to set it for a pretrial, okay?
We're also going to ask for protection order.
They're going to ask for a
Any problem with him
protection.
staying away from Claudette Gibson?
Is there any problem with you staying away from her?
Well, we're still staying together. I mean, she's still.
She's here? Okay, let's have her talk to you.
Oh, she's here. Hold on 1 second. Yes. Did you postpone? Did you post a bond?
No. No, I just found out that a buddy of mine was looking on the website and said I had a warrant on me. So I called them. They told me to come in today.
Good.
I called too late Monday.
Yeah.
He took care of it. He said they'll do it on Monday.
You deserve that. You deserve it. Okay.
Just a second. Let me hear what they have to say, and then we'll decide what to do.
Your Honor, if it please the court, Ms. Gibson is here, and she's the alleged victim, and she and Mr. Wellman cohabit, and they've been together apparently for a long time. And she says that Mr. Wellman has an alcohol problem, long-standing, and maybe some mental health issues that need to be dealt with. And in order to maintain and save their relationship, he needs to start addressing those things. And she does not want a protection order. She says they came here together today, but she wants him to start getting some help. Otherwise, I think she's at the end of her patience.
You want to talk and come back and we'll talk about bond then after we've had some discussion?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, let me walk outside.
This case will be recalled on the issue of bond later in the docket.
Let's walk out. Here.
State of Ohio versus Elijah D. Mills, case number TRD 222577.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning. And sir, you're Elijah D. Mills.
Correct.
And he's at RRS.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, he's doing well. If I would have known he had a warrant, I would have had him in here sooner.
Okay, so this is part of taking care of past issues.
Yes, he has some funds in community service, and I was going to ask the court if you would have any issue with him working off his funds with community service also.
No, that's fine.
At the level of care he's at, he's able to do it.
Okay. All right, he has a bond up now. They just posted on July 30th.
Yeah, I paid. Yeah. Went to jail, yes.
So he's still on some sort of, is it sober living?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's fine. He can work off, fines and costs can be worked off. I'll make a note. You can do that here at the court. You can walk here, right?
Yes.
Within walking distance.
Yes.
I'll set his next, I'll cancel any warrant that had been issued. And this will be on the sentencing docket now since he's got a warrant, or he's got a bond up. So let's go. No, looking at the wrong month. So court will be on the 3rd. Labor Day is the 2nd. Since he's going to walk here.
I can have him transported here.
Okay. He'll get here somehow on
Yes,
September 3rd. September 3rd at 9 o'clock will be his next review. Or, I'm sorry, sentencing here. It'll be at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock for sentencing because he's got a bond there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Raymond S. Brown, case number TRC 21-1965, A and B.
And Mr. Brown, it looks like you missed a hearing in May of this year, May 13, 24, review on an OBI. And I don't see that you posted a bond, so I assume you're coming in on your own. You didn't get arrested or anything.
Right.
Okay. Do you admit you missed your hearing?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an explanation for that? A good explanation?
No, sir.
Okay. And did anything happen to cause you to come in today?
I started a new job,
Where's that?
S&S Construction and Remodeling.
Okay. Where's that located?
Ironton, Ohio.
You did make a payment. You made a couple of payments since you missed your hearing. You missed your hearing in May, but you made a payment in June and July. Okay. You still have community service to do.
Okay.
What's your work schedule going to be?
Monday through Friday. Sometimes on the weekends, it's just depending on what we're doing.
Okay. Well, you can do here every day but Sunday. So if you got a Saturday off, get in here and get community service done at 7:30. Are you making any payment on your fines today?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll cancel the warrant since you came in on your own. Does it matter on your schedule, work schedule, as to what day is?
Friday would be best.
You just have to ask off either way. September 13th. I wrote that down. That's a Friday. September 13th will be your next review. 9 o'clock. Get this finished and you would come to these hearings.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Tammy Lewis, case number CRB 24477.
Amy Lynn Lewis. Ms. Lewis, it's alleged that at Fayette Township on July 31st, 2024, that you deprived Walmart, or tried to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. It's a theft offense, that's a first degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000. Do you understand the charge?
I understand what you're saying, yes.
Do you understand the rights you have?
Yes.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
No, I'm disabled.
I'm sorry?
I'm disabled.
Okay, Social Security is your
Social
only-
Security disability.
Okay, I'll appoint Mr. Smith to represent you. Entering a not guilty plea for Ms. Lewis. She's got a bond up, so I'll continue it.
Thank you, Judge.
What's your availability going forward in the last half of this month and into September?
The only bad day, Judge, is August 23rd, and the first couple weeks of September, I'm good. And she's in Cincinnati, but you have to come back if you have
I know,
advance notice.
I know.
Okay, yeah, she's okay.
26th of August. Okay, next hearing is going to be August 26th. There'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. And her bond is continued as posted.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Clifford E. Jenkins, case number CRB 24479.
Are you Clifford Jenkins?
Sir, you're Clifford E. Jenkins?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jenkins, it's alleged July 31st, 2024, Fayette Township, that you purposely tried to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. It's a theft charge, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand this charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Do you wish to have a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Are you working?
No,
Do you have any income?
I have none.
When's the last time you worked?
It's been a while,
Well,
over 5 years.
okay. Well, you have to fill out a financial affidavit that I'll appoint Mr. Morford. He's here, we'll get him in the courtroom. Mr. Morford, this is Clifford Jenkins. He has a Walmart theft offense. He's pled not guilty, which I'm entering. He's got a bond up, which is continued. And he has a co-defendant, and I set her case for August 26th. Are you available then on that date?
I believe so, Judge. Mr. Stratton's got my phone talking to my office about the case coming up before you, so, but I believe I'm free.
All right, August 26th will be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kia Maynard, case number CRB 24478.
Kaya, right, Kaya Maynard. It's alleged, sir, that on July 30th, Fayette Township, you attempted to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. That's a first-degree misdemeanor theft offense, maximum penalty 6 months in jail and $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you wish to have a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
Are you working?
Not currently.
When's the last time you worked?
About a year.
Okay. You don't have any income now?
No, right now.
Mr. Stratton?
Tyler Smith is here also.
Okay. Put him down.
Did you call, Your Honor?
Yes,
Okay.
this is Kyle Maynard. He has a theft from Walmart charge.
Okay.
I'm going to appoint you to represent him.
All right.
He has posted a
You
bond,
post the ball.
so that bond's continued. And I'm looking at, you do August 23rd or after?
Anytime.
August 23rd?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
August 23rd will be the next hearing for a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
We have a bond,
He has a bond up, he's posted.
Okay. Let's step outside. Thank you.
Okay, we've got some hearings to do by teleconference with the jail, so we're going to start those now.
State of Law versus Isaac Garton, case number TRD 23652. Timothy Summers is on deck.
Sir, are you Isaac Garton? Can you hear me okay, Mr. Garton?
Yeah, a little muffled.
Okay, I'll try to speak up. Your case number is 23652. It's alleged that you failed to appear for a sentencing hearing on September 26, 2023, and a warrant got issued because of that. It was on a driving under suspension case. That's the charge. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you admit or deny that you failed to appear for your hearing?
I admit, but I thought I had already taken care of all of it, honestly.
And how so? What did you think you did to?
I went to court in like March, or mayor's court, and I went up there through that. I wound up paying them, and I thought it was all taken care of, but I'm guessing it wasn't.
Well, here's what I'm showing, that you appeared in traffic court, in this court, June the 13th of 23, so a little over a year ago, pled guilty to driving under suspension. The charge originated May 31st in Perry Township. I don't handle the traffic court, that would have been Judge Hall. He handled it, gave you time to try to get your license reinstated, and set a sentencing hearing for August the 15th at 4 o'clock. And it looks like you came to that hearing. Anyway, you were given more time until August 22nd, then given more time until September 26th of 23, and then you failed to appear at that hearing, and a warrant was eventually issued for not appearing, and the warrant's been outstanding since then. So it looks like you got picked up on the warrant for not coming to court.
Okay.
Does that all sound right to you?
Yes, it does now.
Okay. Did you get reinstated? Did you get your driving privileges reinstated?
I have not. I've been working on it. I just started working through Fairfax Roofing in Chesapeake. Trying to get everything together now so that I can start paying everything off and get it all taken care of. I got a kid on the way, so trying to get my life together.
How did you get picked up on this warrant?
I got pulled over with my fiance 3 days ago, and they arrested me.
She was driving or you?
I was.
Okay, do you have new charges then?
No.
Who pulled you over?
Lawrence County Sheriff, I don't remember his name.
Okay.
He was only going to give me a warning and a lecture for driving, but he had to arrest me because of the warrant.
Yeah. When did that happen?
Wednesday night.
Oh, so you've been in jail?
Going on 3 days now.
Yeah. Okay. Did you learn something from this?
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta come to court when you're ordered to come to court. You're not the first, you're the second person we've had, or actually we've had more than that. We had a few people had to post bond on failures to appear. But you couldn't post bond?
I couldn't post bond because I guess there was another warrant that is not bondable.
Okay.
Sentencing is not bondable.
Okay, on a sentencing, you can't.
Or pretrial or plea.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and sentence you. So you admit you did enter a guilty plea originally and was set for sentencing, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, and I didn't know anything about your case. You got charged May 31st, 10:37 p.m., Perry Township, and the officer says, I was going west on County Road 1. The vehicle failed to yield from a private drive and caused me to apply my brakes to avoid a crash. The vehicle continued east on County Road 1. I could hear his exhaust very loud, so was pulled over, found to be suspended. It's never a good idea to pull out in front of a state trooper, especially when you got a bad exhaust. And don't have a driver's license, have a suspended license. Those are all bad ideas to do that. Okay. Well, I got to give you more than I would have if you would have, I wouldn't have handled it. It would have been in the traffic court. So you're in criminal court now. You made a non-jailable offense jailable by not coming to court. So traffic court is for people who have traffic offenses that are not jailable. So yours initially was a non-jailable offense.
Okay.
So $250 fine, court costs, 5 days of community service, no jail time, initially no jail time, and 2 years of level 5 probation, so that's non-reporting probation, except that you're going to have a review hearing. And you're not here, so you can't write this down. Maybe the jailer usually listens in, maybe they can write this date down for you. If not, do you have a smartphone or a laptop or a computer?
I do have a smartphone, yes.
Everybody has a smartphone. Nobody does not have, almost nobody does not have a smartphone. So you can look up the court's website. Believe it or not, we have a website. And we have, nobody uses telephones, especially your age. Nobody uses a telephone, your age. But you do use your smartphone, and you can check on your case. So there's no excuse for not coming to court when you're ordered to, because you know what? You can check the date. If you go to the website for the court, Lawrence County Municipal Court, pull it out, there's a place where you can do a record check, put your name in, your case is going to come up, and it shows when you have to come back for your review hearing.
Okay.
Or you can call the clerk. So the clerks love for people to call and ask when their hearing date is, right? They love that. They will tell you when your hearing date is if you forget, so there's no excuse. Here's the other idea. Just do it before your hearing date, which is January 24th. January 24th of next year. That is next to the last Friday in January. So get it done before then. You don't even have to worry about coming to court. But
the fines and community service and all that, I don't have to come?
Correct.
Okay.
You can do community service any day of the week except Sunday here at the court at 7:30 a.m. Just show up 7:30 a.m., get your community service done. You can make this jailable just like you did on your sentencing hearing. If you think, oh, I think I got that all done, and don't come and do it, or whatever, you just blow it off. And then you don't come to your hearing on January 24th, what's going to happen on January 24th?
Back to jail.
Well, I wish it was that easy. I wish it had happened that day. No, it'll probably happen down the road, because the warrant will issue, it'll lay out there. You know, unfortunately, we don't have enough staff at the sheriff's office. They're not gonna come and hunt you down for missing a review hearing. But then the next time you get pulled over, or have any police contact, or go for a job interview, or anything where they check your record, you could get arrested, because you're gonna have an outstanding warrant. So, just take care of it. That's the whole moral of that story, is take care of it, and you don't have to worry. And you won't ever have to go to jail. Just do what you're supposed to. You won't ever have to go back to jail. Okay. Any questions?
And with this being said, am I able to like sign myself out from this?
You will be released from the jail. You will not be allowed to stay at the jail.
I'm not allowed to stay at the jail?
You will not be allowed to stay at the jail here shortly. But as soon as we get the paperwork done, and send it down to the jail, they are going to kick you out. They do not want you there. They'll kick you out. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay at the jail.
Oh, I'm ready to go home.
Okay, if you don't want to go back to the jail, act like it and take care of what you're supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Timothy Summers, case number CRB 23749. And Brandon McClaskey is on deck if he is back from common pleas court yet.
I'm not sure why he's in common pleas, because...
That's all I pay for him to be in common pleas.
Well, he was in
They
common
called him
pleas...
over there this morning, Your Honor.
He was in common pleas yesterday, so...
He was sitting.
When
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
Timothy Summers is not here.
He's a judge.
Oh, he's on there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on teleconference. Okay. This is Mr. Stratton.
Yeah, Your Honor, he has felonies pending also, with a pretrial in the month, jury trial scheduled for October. He's just going to go ahead and plead to this charge and just ask for a straight sentence on it.
Okay, so it's telecommunication harassment 23749.
Yes. Plea guilty to that.
All right, Mr. Summers, could you hear your lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you agree with what Mr. Stratton has represented to the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to make a statement. It's called an allocution. You have a right to allocute to the court. Do you have anything you want to say before your sentence?
No, not this time.
What's the state's recommendation?
Your Honor, the state would recommend a sentence of 30 days in the county jail and give him credit for the time that he's been locked up already. He has serious felony charges pending in common pleas court that kind of supersede this, but we did believe that there should be a plea of guilty on these.
Credit, do you want to suspend the balance or just let him serve out the whole 30 days? He's going to be in jail.
Just serve the 30 days, Your Honor.
That's what we anticipated.
Okay. All right, so I'll sentence Mr. Summers to a $150 fine, court costs, 30 days in jail. I'll give him, how long have you been in jail, Mr. Summers?
I've been in jail since April 6th.
Okay, I'll give you credit for 30 days. So your jail time is completed, you still have your fine and costs to do. I'll set a review hearing for January 25th of next year.
Okay.
At 9 a.m.
All right.
All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Your Honor, I just learned on Mr. McClaskey that he has a family visit in the courtroom at 10, so he is not available. He's across the street. So.
All right, we'll wait and see if we can get him later.
All right.
Do you want a no contact order with this, with the TPO?
We haven't had contact with the victim for some time, so.
Okay, no contact.
No.
Okay, thank you.
State of Ohio versus David Gilman, case number CRB 24371.
Gilman is at ODP.
Your Honor,
No, sir.
David successfully completed our inpatient program, and he was supposed to have followed up with OBP outpatient in Logan. I did speak with them this morning, and they informed me that he hasn't been attending his appointments. But I spoke with Mr. Gilman in the hallway as well, so we're gonna get that straightened out.
Okay.
I think he kind of misunderstood what he was supposed to do, so I'm gonna
Is
speak
this
with
Logan,
him.
Ohio, or Logan,
West Virginia, yeah.
I'm assuming?
Yes, West Virginia.
I went there and they told me if I didn't want that Suboxone, I wouldn't have to worry about anything.
But he's still required to do counseling regardless of the medication, so,
Okay.
I didn't know.
Okay, we're going to reset you.
yeah, we'll get him
Had some mistakes.
straightened out.
Mr. Hill?
So he still has some,
Counseling.
we're okay with continuing it on and letting it complete.
Any day but August 23rd, Judge, I'm good.
Let's, he's got some distance to travel. I was saying set this in September. What's your availability in September, or what's Mr. Gilman's?
For the first 2 weeks, Judge, of September, I know I'm fine.
Okay.
Later part, I get a little.
The 6th is good. Do you
That-
want to do
that-
the 6th?
that'd be
You
fine.
can be here the 6th, Mr. Gilman, of September?
Yes, sir.
It's a Friday, so.
Okay, next hearing, September the 6th, and at that point, we expect to see some information from Logan OVP about his treatment there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brandon Potts, case number CRA 24435, CRB 24436, and CRB 24306, CRB 2494, CRB 23712.
Are you on bond right now? Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. You should have put a new bond on you back. Because this one, you got, it's just a bond. There's only a place here. If you want to keep it. Okay. Judge, we're going to waive on the 2 CRA cases. Let me get this right. Mr. Hill and I discussed this. There's several cases. There's a 24
One
CRA.
CRA, 24435.
Yes, and also there's the 24 CRB 436 will be waived to the grand jury. The other cases, the state intends to remain here because they were not involved in the most recent charges. But he is willing to execute a waiver. And the state has no opposition to continue his bond, transfer it to the common police. Is that right?
Correct.
So which one's being waived to the grand jury?
24, 435,
And 436.
436 are both, well, 24, 436, I assume is probably acknowledged to the grand jury. So
Or, no, yes.
24, 435 is waived.
And the others, I don't know if we should set a hearing date because obviously it's going to see whatever happens in common police court, maybe come back in
Well,
a couple of months.
we'll set it out.
Set it out a couple of months maybe. If this grand jury doesn't meet next until the end of this month, so 45 days.
The only bond is on 24, 306. Is there,
Were you in jail on this case? When did you get out of jail? Long time ago?
I'm not sure they do.
so I don't think a bond was, I don't think I was
Yeah.
here for the arraignment.
Okay, now, he is on bond. I thought it was on this new case.
There was a bond posted previously, July the 8th, on $1,000 on the M1 domestic. And he has appeared today.
Okay,
So
we would ask that bond stay in place in this court, and then we'll go ahead and waive, and we'll address bond up there. And I'll ask the prosecutor to issue a summons.
what's your position?
Novel. So there's no bond at all in the case
I
of,
don't think one was set at the initial arraignment on this new charge.
well, we'd like to have at least an OR bond.
I'll set a $15,000 OR bond on 24,435, and then that'll go with the waiver to Tom Cook.
Thank you, yes, thank you.
And is there, I'm looking at the file, I think there's a protection order, let me check. Yes, there is a protection order in place. So that will remain in effect.
On the 435.
Yes. Control order.
New address and phone number on the back of that. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
When do we come up?
We'll need to set a
Oh,
hearing
I'm
date
sorry,
on
we
the
need on this
misdemeanors. Let's go a couple months out.
I agree.
October 1st.
That'll work, yes, Judge.
Okay, on 2494, 23712, 24306, those are all set for October 1st with a time waiver. Those will be a pretrial October 1st, time waiver in effect.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Cody J.W. Meade, case number TRC 23-152 A, B, and C, TRC 22-1690 A and B, case number TRD 22-2101 A and B.
In this case, yes.
No.
It's a good report.
Judge, yeah, it was a good report. I think we're getting really close to wrapping this up. I don't know if we are today, but I would ask maybe one more pre-trial with the hopes he gets another good report and finish it at that time.
Mr. Young,
We agree.
September 6th.
That'll work.
September 6th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
See that?
State of Ohio versus John T. Owsley, case number CRB 24419.
We have a proposed resolution, Judge. He would enter a plea. This is a Walmart theft charge, but because there were allegedly some other uncharged incidents at Walmart, the state is going to ask for extra community service, so instead of 30 hours, 60 hours, and then the 10 days suspended, and whatever fine the court puts on them. And they really mean stay out of Walmart this time.
There's also going to be restitution, and that amount is $19.88.
We don't need a restitution hearing, Judge. We'll stipulate to that.
Okay. And the community service is 60?
That's my understanding of double
Yes.
community service.
Okay. All right, Mr. Allison, you have the right to make a statement to the court. If you want anything you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll enter a fine of $150 for a cost we paid, 10 days in jail suspended, 60 hours of community service, 2 years of level 5 probation, order to stay out of all Walmarts. And does he have a review on a note, his prior case? Or
I don't know if they were just not charged, or, do you know?
it may have been in another jurisdiction.
Well, there was an indication that they had found that he had taken on other occasions. They didn't ask for those to be prosecuted. So.
Okay, we'll look it up and see if he's got another.
He doesn't think he has one here, but we'll find out. We'll kind of compete.
John?
No, it's on suspended.
This is on.
Yeah, it's only
He paid $20.
Okay, so it'll be, his revision will be January 24th of next year at 9 a.m. He's to see Mr. Major in the probation office before he leaves.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much. Thank you, yes, sir.
State of Ohio recalls John T. Wellman, case number CRB 24444.
Okay, this is a recall on bond. We'll let Mr. Stratton talk with the client and issue a bond and treatment, I guess.
Your Honor, he's willing to get an assessment done. He's already dealing with his mental health issues with the doctor that he's seen in the past month. So that's already been dealt with. But he's willing to get an assessment done.
And how's he pay for medical services?
Yes, you have a medical card, correct? You have a medical card?
Ohio Medicaid.
Ohio? Yeah. Yes. Now, I don't believe she wants a protection order, Your Honor.
Okay. He lives Township Road 130. Where is that, Chesapeake?
It's Little Buffalo.
Sign right there. This will be a box.
So Mr. Quinn, I'm going to refer him to RRS for assessment.
So he's referring you to RS, okay? That gentleman in the back, and the white blue shirt, he's going to talk to me today, okay?
He's a little hard of hearing, Your Honor.
I understand. Let's set next hearing September 6th.
Yes, that's fine.
September 6th will be the next hearing for pretrial.
But you said he's wanted.
1,000 OR.
1,000. September 6th is the next hearing, okay? All right? Speak to this man here in the back. Standing right there, okay? All right? And you're free to go. How do I contact you? There you go. Okay. All right. All right, you choose to speak to him. All right.
State of Ohio recalls Brandon McCall. Klasky at the Orange County Jail, case number CRB 22565, CRB 22187.
Judge, he was over at the courthouse for a family visit earlier. No, I mean earlier when you called him.
He's up here now.
Your Honor, he was sentenced yesterday on his felony cases, and I'm not sure exactly what his sentence is. I have not been able to speak with him just yet. We're probably going to resolve this today if you give me a few minutes to speak with him.
Does the state know what they're going to request or in this case?
No.
Looks like they're both already been pled to, so the sentence is here, it's just a matter of getting it resolved, so.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you do you need the court?
No, Your Honor, he's going to be sentenced to a prison sentence if the court just wants to go ahead and sentence him and be done.
Okay. I'll just run these concurrent. It's an assault and a disorderly conduct. I'll run them concurrent with what he's getting from common pleas, so his case is here finished by jail.
All right, thank you.
And I think that finishes it at the jail. Yes, sir. You are.
State of Ohio versus Amanda Clevenger, case number CRB 24448.
Mr. Smith's case, Tyler Smith, section 3 trial.
Is Brittany Dela Cruz here?
Just me.
Have you spoken with Ms. Dela Cruz? No. What you can do is we'll issue a subpoena.
Set for a trial. No, pre-trial, set for trial.
I'm going to set it for that pre-trial. What's the tentative something?
And see if she wants to pursue it. Talk to her anything.
No, they moved out. Her husband came and got their stuff in there. 18th,
Okay. Do you know where they went?
somewhere in West Virginia, that's all I know.
Yeah, if you have an address.
Do you have an address?
No, she said they moved out. Her husband came to get her stuff and they moved out.
Okay, well,
West Virginia, we don't have an
and
address.
it may be that that's what we find out, that we can't serve her, so we just need to try it.
Okay. Your Honor, it's my understanding from Mr. Hill that they need to try to find the victim because she and her husband have moved out of Ms. Clevenger's home and moved somewhere in West Virginia. No one knows where she is, has an address, but they need to try to subpoena her to come in, so we need to set another pre-trial date.
Yeah, the preference is today, I'm looking at,
I'll leave it up to Mr. Hill how long he thinks he needs to hear it.
Your Honor, I think we've reconsidered. I think the best thing to do at this point is deny with the right to refile if she comes forth.
That's even better. That's fine, Your Honor.
all right, case will be nollied due to non-cooperation of the plaintiff person.
Thank you.
Ohio versus Dolores E. Hill, case number CRB 23568, CRB 23536. Dolores E. Hill.
Your Honor, Ms. Hill called the court again this morning to say that she doesn't have her ride, can't find her ride. I know in the past, when we first started this, her brother-in-law used to bring her to our court hearings, but I don't know, she always has trouble, it seems like, to get here half the time. So I'd ask if there's a bench warrant to be issued, I'd have 7 days to try to get her in.
Yes. Want to issue in 7 days.
Thank you.
Right here.
State of Ohio versus Vicky Scarberry, case number TRC 241272, A and B.
Your Honor, this is one I'd like to set for another pretrial. I have Scarberry now, but I haven't had an opportunity to go over it with Ms. Scarberry. She was incarcerated when she was arraigned, so now that she's out.
Looking at August 23rd or thereafter.
23rd is fine.
Okay. August 23rd will be the next hearing. Pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus William Baker, case number CRB 24332.
Mr. Stratton's case.
Oh, yeah, he's at, need a report from RRS.
Mr. Gwynn, I think maybe he's out in the hall.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's at.
Need Mr. Gwynn to come in?
I think he might have been speaking to my other line. Yeah.
It's fine. Yes. Good.
Hey, Josh.
Good report. Very good.
It's a good report.
Your Honor, this probably should be on the sentencing docket because he pled last time, just FYI on that.
We'll just keep it there and give him more time to continue with his counseling, which
Yes.
looks like it's going very well.
Yep. Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Good, good job. September 6th?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, John. You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Corey Easton, case number CRB 24247, CRB 24222.
Your Honor, I don't know where she's at.
And we had some Cardinal representatives here before, and I asked, not today, but I think last Monday, I asked about her, and she's gone for their facility. She's not in custody in Gallery County. We thought that might be the case.
No.
She's not in custody here.
Right, so,
I can ask John Kincaid, if he knows where she is.
I'm concerned for her just to be out on
yeah,
her own.
I haven't had any contact with her, Your Honor, so.
Okay, there'll be a warrant issued for failure to appear.
State of Ohio versus Alexander Jones, case number CRB 24383. Alexander Jones.
Mr. Stratton's case. And we were supposed to be getting a report from RRS.
Okay.
We did complete an assessment here, July 3rd.
Yeah, this is only on the domestic, Your Honor. We already dismissed the assault case.
Okay.
Your Honor, can we recall this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alex Jones is the name.
State of Ohio recalls Alexander Jones, case number CRB 24383.
Your Honor, Mr. Jones is out of town working, but he has been compliant with all treatment recommendations. Your analysis levels are going down.
Okay. Do you have any idea when he's going to return?
He's supposed to be back Monday.
Are you here Monday?
I am here Monday.
Can you let him know?
I haven't come in.
All right.
Reschedule that defendant's request to August 5th for pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Jonathan Malone, case number CRB 24319.
Your Honor, I texted you and the prosecutor his VA letter earlier. That's why we were here. And I think that's all we needed to maybe wrap up this case today. I'll let you keep that now that you sent me a copy. She texted to me.
Is that what you?
Yeah, that's right.
So, Your Honor, I spoke with Robin Malone, who's the alleged victim in this matter, and she says that Jonathan's doing great at the VA. Hopefully, he feels like he's doing great at the VA. He's going to keep at it. They've already paid the court costs, I'm told. And he's done what we asked, and that was to get into the services of the VA. So we're willing to go ahead and dismiss the charges at this time.
Okay, the case will be nominated.
All right, it's dismissed. You're all done.
State of Ohio versus Sid Mosser, case number TRC 24487, CRB 24258. Sid Mosser.
Yes, that's it.
Mr. Stratton's case, set for pretrial.
So, Your Honor, you completed OVP.
Yeah, I did, and I was continuing my treatment. Tried to go to Solutions, but I have an apartment in the west end of Huntington that I have to get my stuff out of by the end of the month. So I'm working with Press Air right now. They're trying to get me into Laurelwood, but I have a sponsor. I'm working the steps, going to meetings every day, being a service at the mission, you know, just out trying to help the community and be of service. So I'm still so clean and sober, doing well, blessed by the best. So
yeah. So, Your Honor, we haven't talked about a resolution of this case, really, except to plea to it instead of for sentencing.
We've been dealing with this since May. So, Your Honor, we have two separate incidents. One of them is an OVI. We got the results back a long time ago.
Yeah, we got the results back last month.
Yeah, right.
Among other things.
A long time ago, right.
And that was back in March, and then we had a theft after that in May. Now, you know, generally, our feeling about giving people consideration if they're willing to do treatment is something that they've got to come forth and admit their guilt before we want to take it into consideration on sentencing. So we want him to do well.
I don't want to do to OVI to mess with my license.
It's the first offense.
I wasn't.
It's a first offense,
I wasn't.
but we've been waiting for a long time for him to go through treatment with the expectation that that was, he was going to want to present that as a mitigation.
I mean, I would play to.
Likewise with the theft.
I'll play to the theft.
So,
Not the OVI.
Your Honor, want jail time if we have trials and is found guilty of either of these.
Your Honor, you pleaded the theft today.
I'll plead to the theft.
We'll plead to the theft today, but we're probably going to set the OVI for a trial. Trial to the bench.
But I should probably not go for a plea on the theft to drop the OVI.
No, they're not.
That's crazy.
He wants both.
Are there motions or anything that are trying to do the OVI?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Are there any kind of pretrial motions?
No, there's no pretrial motions, Your Honor.
Okay. Did he wants to enter a plea to his,
Yeah, we'll plead guilty
Walmart theft offense?
to his Walmart theft. I asked that it be sentencing be set to a later date, since he's still going through treatment and going to get into a place. And then we'll just set the OVI for a trial date.
Okay, before I agree to that, I'd like for him, I know he's in treatment, but let's have him go ahead and do a urine screen today.
Okay.
So go do a urine screen, come back, and we'll decide when we're coming back for sentencing trial date.
State of Ohio versus James Sarton, case number TRC 24897, A, B, and C, excuse me.
Your Honor, we set for, we have an OVI and a driving under suspension and lanes charge here. We'll go ahead and plead guilty to those charges, asked to be set for sentencing. He's going to get an assessment done and get into services. And then we'll go from there.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So,
Mr. Hill?
We're in agreement with allowing him to get into treatment and try to be successful there and come back for sentencing at a later date.
yeah, it is a second, Your Honor, so if he completes treatment, hopefully we can talk about maybe treating it as a first, maybe.
Okay, so you, Mr. Sarton, you agree that you're changing your plea to guilty today?
Yes.
Your Honor, there's also a driving under ODI suspension charge.
Yes, we pledge all three.
So that one is one that is a mandatory 3 days in jail.
Well, so is the second offense.
Well, that's right.
Okay, well, let's let him do treatment and see what results from it. Can't hurt, and we can possibly help quite a bit.
Yeah. Is there any place specific you want him to?
What's his pay source?
What's your medical pay source?
I don't have a medical card, I don't think, anyways. I might actually have Kentucky, I ain't for sure. I never go to the doctor, so I don't even know if I even have it anymore.
Do you think you used
No,
it?
my ex-wife has the kids' medical.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I used to have WellCare, I think. I don't know if it still works. I know it did whenever I'd done my treatment at ARC for my first DUI.
Okay, you live in Kentucky?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, sorry.
When I looked at that t-shirt at first, I thought, Sarton, go blue. I thought that meant Michigan. I have some Sarton relatives that live in Farmington, Michigan. That's UK.
Yes.
Yeah, I live in Ashland.
So if you have a medical card, it's going to be Kentucky. Well, ARC, Addiction Recovery Care, is in Ashland, and it's an agency that we work with. So I would suggest you go there for your treatment, and they will give us reports as to how you're doing. Because the way this is going to work, you're pleading to 2 offenses that have mandatory jail sentences built in. And so your lawyer's asking for some consideration. We have given some consideration to people we feel like have really and truly addressed their substance use problem and are never going to be back before any court again with that as a basis. So that's what I need to be convinced of.
Oh, I never thought I'd be back either. I got my first one, I was sober for 6 months, and then I went and picked my friend up because he needed a ride from a bar and had a drink, and then boom, here I am.
Okay. So we'll come back in a month, and I want to see reports from ARC as to what you're doing in treatment, and convince me that this is going to be the real deal.
Yeah.
Okay? Are you working, sir?
I do side work for a guy at the handyman.
So it doesn't matter if it's a Monday or Friday?
No, it don't matter. Just let me know.
But it'll be a Monday or Friday.
Yeah, that's fine.
September 13th will be the next hearing.
Okay, September 13th. All right. Okay.
And that's going to be for sentencing.
Call down. Yes, that's good. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
State of Ohio versus Emily H. Smith, case number CRB 23627.
We said for 6 months. Things going good?
Yes.
He told me to go ahead and do bath and not MVP because she's supposed to both of them can bill for it.
Oh, both of them come?
Not the same.
Your Honor, last time we were here, you mentioned that you would like her to do both OVP and PAP. Apparently, there's a billing issue with that.
Does she have a report from PAP? Because she hasn't been attending OVP. We had asked that she at least attend OVP until she established services somewhere else, and she has not attended.
I established services at PATH. I have another appointment tomorrow. I can get a report.
One was for,
They subpoenaed the deputy.
Well, let's say we'll do a urine screen today. All right.
State of Ohio versus Joe D. Bowles II, case number CRA 24455. Your Honor, he has jurisdiction of Pike County, Ohio.
Okay. Bowles is a Rule 4 hearing. He's been picked up by Pike County, so the case here is dismissed.
State of Ohio versus Sherry White, case number CRB 131025.
Ma'am, you're Sherry White.
Yes, sir.
Have you been here,
Long time ago.
I mean, this morning when I explained the rights of defendants?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I won't go over that again.
Yeah.
It's alleged that you missed a hearing
Yeah.
back, it's been over a year, July 3rd of 23 on a theft offense.
I have
Got a
all the
warrant
money.
issued.
I have all the money to pay off the fines and everything today.
Do you admit you missed your hearing in July of 23? Do you have a good excuse for not being here?
My crazy kids got in trouble and I had to help take care of them, so here's a big issue.
Okay, well, you have community service also.
I'm gonna get that took care of too. I got, right down the road, they're gonna let me work at the dog pound.
You live in Ironton? Okay, I'll withdraw the warrant since you came in. I'll give you a new review hearing date. I'm going to make it September 3rd, so that's a Tuesday.
Okay.
Usually the court's not open on Tuesday, but the 2nd is Labor Day, so we will be having court September 3rd. If you finish everything before then, you don't have to show up. If you still have things left to do, you got to be here or you get a warrant.
Okay,
September 3rd, 9 a.m.
all right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Stephen Dick, case number CRA 44454. Stephen Dick.
Mr. Beaches is representing Mr. Dick.
Take us whatever you have.
Amanda Jenkins.
Your Honor, we're going to nolly this to the grand jury.
You want to waive to keep the bond or?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, it'll be knowledge of danger.
You're done, Mr. Dick.
Sir?
Yeah, you're free to go. I'll talk to you, explain things. I'll be right now behind you.
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Charles Booth, case number CRA 23145, PRC 144350, PRD 144393, and
Warren's case set for preliminary hearing.
Payment. I just made it this morning.
So what's the significance of this?
Judge, he has changed providers from OVP to PROACT. He can probably better describe it than I can, but it has something to do with the length of the action of medication that he was being given at OVP proved to be a problem with him being out on the boat. He would be, I guess he would be out on the boat sometimes at the time he was due for, lack of a better term, I'll call a booster shot. So they changed to PROACT, and they have the ability to administer a shot once and then a shot once before he gets ready to leave on the boat.
Well, I was taking the Sublocade shot, and I worked 21 on, 21 off, and the way that I was getting my shot, it changes because of my schedule, so my shot was being put back weeks, a couple weeks at a time because of my schedule, and which they are giving me the Rexaldi shot. When I come in, they're giving it to me every 7 days, and then they're giving me the 30-day shot whenever I leave out of town.
You're talking about PROACT is going to do that?
Yeah. And also, my work, they cut me off of Medicaid from the state where I got my job. So now I go through Highmark, and it's coming out of my pocket now, too, so.
You don't have health insurance through your work?
Yeah, but it's a copay, and then they only pay so much of it, and then it comes out of my pocket.
Okay. Mr. Hill?
As long as it wasn't anything more than that, it sounds like he's trying to be responsible and trying to continue his sobriety. As long as he wasn't kicked out or wasn't some other issue that caused this change, we are okay with it.
Okay, well, to do a check on that, let's do your screen.
Oh, absolutely. And here's my receipt. I don't think you all got it, but here's my receipt from where I paid on my fines too.
Paid $150.
All right. Go do your screen, then we'll, if that's clean, we'll go along and just set up another order.
State of Ohio versus China R. Scott, case number CRA 24265. China Scott.
Mr. Morford's case set for preliminary hearing today. She's supposed to be going to PROACT outpatient. Not appeared today. Any contact?
No, Your Honor, haven't seen her since June 21st.
A warrant issued for failure to appear, or do you want to take it to grand jury? It's a felony.
We just have his court issue a warrant.
Which is a warrant from here, failure to appear.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio recall Sid Mosser, case number PRC 24487, CRB 24258. Sid Mosser.
Okay, it's a clean screen.
Good.
That's good.
So, we need to set up for a sentencing / trial date.
I'll accept his plea on the theft. And you just want a trial. We'll set up sentencing on the theft and a trial on the OBI.
Yes.
We could do the 6th.
Yeah, the 6th will work, Your Honor.
September. So that'll be at noon.
At noon. We'll set the sentencing at noon too?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the date? I'm sorry.
September 6th.
I lost your card. Here. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Brittany Smith, case number CRB 24171. That's Roger Smith's case.
Brittany Smith. Is that presented? Is this the right date here? It says you presented on August 1st? That was yesterday.
Yes, she came in yesterday afternoon for an individual drug screen. She's actually doing really well, taking initiative.
So it's not her first time in?
No, no.
That's the way I read it.
She's really taking this serious, Your Honor.
All right, good. So we'll continue on
Yes, sir.
monitoring her. September 6th,
We find her on.
September 6th will be your next for sentencing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Leslie D. Southers, case number CRA 23708. Leslie Southers.
Others for sentencing.
I did not see her earlier today, Judge, but I
She does have a bond up.
Your Honor, she at Bethesda.
Oh, okay, you're right.
They have
I
COVID over
think she's
there.
right. I think you're right.
Let's see.
I didn't get it today.
Let's see. She is at Bethesda, and they've got COVID, they're not bringing it because of that, so, and she is compliant according to Taylor, so I'll set her for September 6th also.
That'd be fine, just thank you.
Sounds like, I mean, I got a pretty easy case.
State of Ohio versus Lyle Keeney, case number TRD 24936, A, B, and C.
Okay, this is that thing you've been trying to get reinstated. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
How's that going?
Not good. My car just broke down. So my 2008 Ford Fusion that I thought would make it isn't gonna make it. So I gotta start all over. I currently live with HIV. I'm in treatment over at the Harmony House in Huntington, West Virginia. And it's been a burden since I learned in prison 4 years ago. And it's every day, it's heavy.
Okay, well.
I'm ashamed
I
of
think
it.
we just need to go ahead and.
Settle up.
I gave you some time to try to get your license back, but that doesn't look like it's gonna happen anytime soon.
No, sir.
Okay.
I live in Huntington, so I walk wherever. There's buses that go everywhere. I don't need to drive anything. Honestly, bus works fine for me.
Well, the officer said when he stopped you and you didn't have a license, you were driving 71 or 55.
Oh, man.
That might be a good idea. If you don't
I
have a
had,
license, you might want to keep it down around the speed limit.
I do understand that 100%, sir.
Okay, so what we'll do, on the no operator's license, I'll impose a $100 fine, court costs, and on the speed offense, a $50 fine.
Thank you.
Tenant windows.
Is there a church? Yeah, there was a window tint, so $10 fine on the window tint.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I'll set a last pay date, final pay date, October 22nd. So what'll happen, you got till October 22nd to pay it. If you don't pay it.
Can I settle up today?
I'm sorry?
Can I settle up today?
You can pay it today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If you don't pay it by October 22nd, it'll go in, you won't be able to get a license.
I don't want this to turn into a jailable offense like my guy sitting in jail earlier. I don't want to be that guy sitting on the microphone on the screen up there.
Yeah,
I don't want it to turn into that.
Jail is a good thing to avoid.
And that's why I'm here today, sir.
Okay, see the clerk.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Claudia Ann Cyrus, case number CRB 24447.
Claudia Cyrus is and this is on the dog case.
Correct.
Not asking for it to be killed or anything like that, but we would like to market purposes. There's a lot of small kids.
So, Your Honor, these are the parents of the victim of the dog bite, and they have attempted to get the medical bills together and still haven't got. They gave me some, but I don't think this is just a start.
No, that was not it.
That wasn't even
the
it.
wrong one.
Wrong
She
bill.
had called me, and the next day I got that out of the mailbox, and I assumed it was the right one, and it was from King's Daughters, not Capel.
So we have medical bills that are, I think, going to be significant that we need to address to the court, and that was
It's supposed to be today.
well, I understand that. They've
We
made
just-
efforts to get the bills and haven't gotten them yet.
We just found out about this Monday, and I thought I had the correct bill. We were just gonna
She
send
had,
it.
she had a hospital bill, it was from a different hospital.
We were
She's not health
just
insurance?
send it in, and they just
Yes,
said that
it
because
is
we had
health
not seen
insurance.
the dog.
But
But
it
it got
meant
out
to have
Tuesday,
instead
and
of
it
King's
came
Daughters.
after our neighbor upstairs who wrote a letter.
So we'd like to be able to present the bills.
That's for today.
We'd also like to address the issue of sentencing. It's our understanding that this lady's already entered a guilty plea.
That's correct.
And we believe what we've got here is a dangerous dog, and we're told that this is not an isolated event. It's happened many times. The law provides for restrictions on the dog or forfeiture of the dog if the person's not able to actually provide these restrictions. The dog has to be properly kept in an enclosure all the time that will secure it so that it doesn't get out, number one. Number two, the court can order that an owner of such a dog has to obtain liability insurance that will cover such attacks and dog bites and the resulting harm and damages. And the dog also has to have a special dangerous dog tag that's issued by the county, and that has to be done. So those are what we're going to ask for, and of course our request was for restitution.
Okay, well, according to the Ohio Supreme Court, restitution has to be ordered at the time of sentencing, and we're here for sentencing today, so.
We were just,
I have to have
we weren't
evidence today.
even
if there's
informed
gonna
about
be
the
evidence
first
on
court date
restitution.
on the 19th. We had no clue that even happened.
That was just the arraignment. We don't get enough notice for that.
They have the remedy of filing a civil suit if they want to do that. Okay, anything else?
Well, we want to make sure that those things, we want the court to order that she do those things to prevent further issues from happening.
Well, let's address those one at a time. Insurance, do you have some sort of homeowner's insurance coverage?
No, sir, I rent.
Okay, well, you need to get renter's insurance. Are you going to keep the dog?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The dog just got out 2 days ago as well. I had a neighbor, it drug your chair down the road, and my neighbor went down there with a gun because they had charged it to him and his Great Dane 2 days ago.
I have plenty to say about this situation, sir, when it's my turn to speak.
Well, it's your turn to speak, so let's hear what you have to say.
I can tell you that my dog is not aggressive. I even have photographic evidence on my phone of her children in question at my house, on my porch, on my property, laying on my dog.
Okay, well, let's stop right there. You entered a guilty plea, man.
To him being off leash, not this other, all this. Yes, I was at fault for allowing him to leave my vehicle off of a leash and go to where the children were. Aside from that, saying that he's aggressive and wanting all these other things, that is not the case at all.
We can get color.
Well, maybe you need to withdraw your guilty plea and enter a not guilty plea.
Correct. Can I do that?
We'll find it.
Your Honor, we've already said what we want the sentence to be. I think that at some point that a person...
Well, but this was an uncounseled plea, so you didn't have a lawyer. So I'm going to allow her to withdraw her guilty plea. She didn't know what the extent of what you were asking for either. So.
No, absolutely not.
Are you employed now?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I'm an educator. I'm an 8th grade teacher.
Well, you're probably not going to be qualified for court-appointed counsel then.
I don't know.
Well, what's your gross annual income?
About 45. And I have 3 children. And I get no support.
We're just scared of the dog, Your Honor.
Well,
There's several.
We're not, sir. You're speaking out of turn. You're not allowed to do that. And we're not at that point now. We're back to square one. We're starting over. All right, with 3 children, you are permitted to have appointed counsel. And is Mr. Smith still here, Tyler Smith?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
All right, Mr. Smith, this is a 4th-degree misdemeanor failure to confine a dog, but the state is also asking that they're saying this is a vicious dog and they're wanting some special orders on sentencing. So I want to make sure you're aware of that.
Okay. Dangerous dog.
So I'm allowing, she had entered a guilty plea, I'm allowing her to withdraw that, it was uncounseled.
Okay.
I'll enter a not guilty plea at this point. So we'll either need a time waiver or have to come back pretty quickly because of the time constraints.
Yeah, what's the earliest?
The earliest we can come back? In a week.
Okay. That's fine. I'm going to follow discovery day. I should get it pretty quickly, so.
August 9th for pretrial. At 10 o'clock.
10 a.m.?
Yes,
Thank you.
August 9th.
August 9th, we'll come back for a pretrial. So try to have the restitution by then, please.
State of Ohio versus Brianna A. Larson, case number CRB 24423. Brianna Larson.
Brianna Larson's been called for, has not appeared. There will be a bench warrant for failure to appear.
State of Ohio versus Skylar M. Larkart, case number CRB 24422. Skylar Larkart.
Skylar Larkart was called for sentencing, has failed to appear to be a bench warrant.
5 versus Brett Mitchell, case number CRB 15891.
Brett Mitchell is set for sentencing. I'm going to order him to take the urine screen today.
State of Ohio recalls Charles Booth, case number CRA 23145, PRC 144350, and PRD 144393 A and
Have you seen the results?
Yeah, the alcohol, yeah, I've drank beer, but
K2 just.
yeah, is there any way we could send that off because, or redo it, because I never did that. That's never been my choice, so.
I'm not sure a lot of people test for that particular drug, Your Honor.
Yeah.
We do.
What was the test?
It was positive for Suboxone alcohol and K2 spice, which is synthetic marijuana.
Yeah.
What's the state's position?
Well, I'd still like to find out if OVP, I mean, what terms he left OVP on.
Your Honor, so the report that I have just stated that Charles stopped coming and attending his appointments, and they reached out to him for multiple, like, Zoom video counseling sessions, and they were unable to reach him. So I'm assuming that's due to his work schedule. So when I spoke to him this morning about it, he informed me that he had switched to ProAct, but he didn't inform us that he was switching or anything like that, but that was the terms that he left OVP on.
Okay. He also has a ODI from 2014 that is, still hasn't finished.
What, fines?
Yeah,
How much is that?
$192.
Oh, I mean, I can pay that right now, but that's still not what's got me, because I just took a urine test yesterday for ProAct again, and it didn't pop up in my system, so the alcohol did, but that's what I'm lost for. I mean, that's the only thing that's got me founded.
I'm at 235 for
$235.
based on the 14.
Well, I mean, I can still pay that too, but
And then 150.
There was also 144393 that has.
Oh, that's the one I'm looking at, I'm sorry.
Okay, so he's got a couple old cases that he hasn't totally paid off.
Your Honor, I just updated them yesterday,
Okay.
so they are up to date.
Well, my understanding is contraindicated to consume any alcohol while taking buprenorphine. someone a medical person told you were allowed to drink alcohol?
No, I did it when I was at Applebee's a couple days ago. I drank one. I usually don't do that either, but
You got a felony. This is a felony charge. I just don't think he's taking this very seriously. If he was taken seriously, he would have cleared up these cases from 2014. I mean, we're 10 years since then. You haven't done what you're supposed to do.
I mean, I have the money to pay it all off right now.
It's 10 years and you haven't paid it. Why haven't you paid it before now? Because you don't take it serious. Back in the holding cell.
State of Ohio versus Marissa L. Short, case number CRA 22623, CRB 22624, TRC 222494A and B on a recall.
Don't leave, Mr. Morford, because I'm going to call him back.
I'm not judge. I was going to go try to find our trial defendant.
Okay.
Mr. Hill and I've got trying to say.
Okay, Marissa Short's recalled.
Got it.
Is she here? Why did we recall her? Because I issued, oh, okay. I did get a report now. I did get a report from the Bethesda that she was doing what she was supposed to.
Your Honor, if I may, I think she's got some problems out of Concord Police Court too, that she's been sentenced there, or ordered there.
Okay. I'm going to complete her here. She can deal with the county police. So her case here is completed. I won't set another hearing.
State of Ohio recalls Elizabeth Hoffman Howard, case number TRC 22164A and B, TRC 173458A and B.
Okay, she's never appeared, which I thought maybe she'd come late. She hasn't, so there'll be a benchmark for failure to appear.
State of Ohio versus Sabian Spinks, case number CRB 24384. For trial.
This is Mr. Morford's case set for trial today.
Brianna Jeffers.
Brianna Jeffers and Deputy Sheriff were the completed persons.
$6,200 for a car. It's not worth $2,000.
We'd have a second.
Ron, we did speak.
I see where one precedent was issued.
I don't know where they were served.
Well, let's see. Received this opinion on July 23rd, and on July 23rd, I served it on the above by leaving a copy of it at their place of employment.
Was that for the deputy?
That's probably for the deputy. Yes, that's Deputy Sheriff. That's the only, let's see if there's another return. That's the only return in the file.
See here?
Is that here? Nobody's here? I mean, they act like it's, they come if they want to, if they don't want to, they don't. Well, that's true. See, they're, yeah, they're subpoenaed for 12 p.m., so it's still.
And we just spoke with the young lady just 2 days ago, and she said she would be here. So,
Yeah, well, it's not 12, so still a chance they can get here.
Have a seat.
Recall it.
State of Ohio recalls Emily A. Smith, case number CRB 23627.
Your Honor, she was sitting out there, drinking water, trying to test, and then she just up and left.
Not shocked. So I'm not shocked. So issue a warrant.
Thank you,
I
Your
think
Honor.
that indicates to me she was going to be dirt.
She was, that's why she looked like she was under the influence to me, so,
It's been, she's had a long-term problem.
yes.
well, what we really need is the young lady. How are we not going to solve the problem with people not responding to us?
Yes.
State of Ohio versus Stephen Thomas Lehman, case number CRB 24440. It's another one set for trial on duty, Your Honor.
He's here, Your Honor. Might be also.
And I've got two subpoenas in this, Deputy Frame and Gladys Sloan.
Gladys Sloan's here. Deputy Frame, I believe, is the same deputy from the other.
No, it was different.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, see if Deputy Frame is.
Sheriff, I think it was.
Yes, that is correct, Judge.
I'll check. There was no deputies at all. I can't remember.
What you got here?
Well, there's actually three people that were arrested before, Gladys Sloan, Heather Lister,
She's here, Your Honor. She's in the back.
okay, and Deputy Frame. And on Deputy Frame, same thing, it was served at his favorite place of employment on July 31st.
I haven't seen the deputy yet, so.
The witness on the other case is on his honeymoon. So I sent a text message to the chief investigator and said that we're going to have to figure out some way for us to find out this. We can't read minds.
Yeah.
And what they do is they put the subpoena in a box, I think, or a slot at the sheriff's office, and if the deputy's not there, they don't get it. And that's just.
And nobody checks them.
And nobody checks it. I mean, I think we have to improve on that. It's not, they have to improve on it. So if Mr. Lehman and his lawyer wanted to have a discussion with me about how to resolve this, we would be happy to do that. Otherwise, we're ready to have a trial.
Deputy Frame is on his way. He was on a call.
Okay. Smith.
That's it. Your Honor, I mean, it's technically not till 12 o'clock, so I mean, if he gets here by 12, we're prepared to go to trial, but I'll talk with Mr. Hill first to see if there's anything to.
Okay. Doesn't hurt to talk.
Yes.
He may be done.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's. Put you back in jail.
Deputy Frame's here. Thank you.
My deputy. We're going to fix it in just a minute.
Your Honor, I don't think Deputy Shope ever received a subpoena. He's been gone since the 22nd.
Your Honor, if we can call this order again, we have to resolve.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Stephen Thomas Lane, case number CRB 24440.
This case is on the trial docket for today, but it's my understanding now there's been an agreement reached.
Yes,
Your Honor, Gladys Sloan is the alleged victim in this matter. She's here, and she's not wanted this pursued from the get-go. But if you recall, she's the lady that had the bandage on her hand and her fingers swollen because Mr. Lehman slammed the door shut in her hand, among other things. So we believe that this has been a very serious thing. In fact, Mr. Lehman was in court, ended up having cases dismissed previously where a young lady was accused him of strangling her, but we ended up dismissing the case because nobody wants to pursue the charges against him. But we're willing today, if he pleads, he can even plead no contest if he wants to, in our opinion, and stipulate to the facts, and we would agree to a 30-day suspended jail sentence if he would do anger management counseling.
Your Honor, I have talked with Mr. Lehman. He, previous charges are previous charges. There were allegations that were made and nothing was pursued because, we would have gone to trial on those cases if they had been pursued. But we're here today on this charge. I talked to my client. He's willing to enter no contest and simply that there's facts alleged in the complaint for finding him guilty by the court. So he's willing to do that. I believe he did serve some time on this. We'd ask that to be credited towards a suspended sentence and that he is willing to do the anger management.
How much time did he serve?
Do you know how long you were in jail?
14 days.
Yeah, I believe I know it was at least a couple weeks because the last time I was here, he was still incarcerated, so 2 weeks.
Is there a request for no contact order, or what's?
I think there wasn't one put in place.
So they live together.
And still do?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't want him ordered to stay away from you, I think. You just want him to get his anger under control. Okay, well, that's reasonable.
I apologize, sir. I'm sorry I put my mother through this.
So it's her house that you live at?
It's our home, yes.
What do you say about that? Is it your house or our house?
Our house.
You have it together?
Yes.
Okay. All right, anything you want to tell me, Mr. Lehman?
Yeah, the reason why I plead no contest is because I would never physically hurt my mother. I'm tired of putting my mom through this. A lot of this is not even, I just want to get it over with. I have to go back to work. I'm the one that works in the home that helps her. So, I'm sorry. To the court, my mom, everybody.
Okay, anything you want to say, man?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. The reason I didn't come last time was because they told me that Children's Services was coming, and I called and told them that that's why I didn't show up. I apologize. Because they didn't come.
You thought they were coming to your house?
Huh?
You thought they were coming to your house?
I
Whose
was
kids
told
are
they
they?
were coming to my house.
My child.
Yours?
Her
Yes.
child, his child,
My
my
child.
granddaughter. She's 2 months old. She's so precious.
Okay. All right, I'll make a finding of guilty based on the plea. Impose a $100 fine and costs, 30 days in jail, and 16 suspended, credit for 14 served.
Yes, sir.
Order that he seek and complete anger management. Do you have a medical card?
No, I'll pay.
Okay. Can you do that at OVP?
Yes.
Okay, talk to Brianna, about getting that set up. Set a first review hearing, October 4th.
October 4th?
Yes, sir.
Community service?
No community services recommended.
9?
9 yes, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
You throw it away from me.
Okay. See, Mr. Major, 2 years of level 5 probation.
What was that? I can hear you.
Level 5 probation.
Okay.
See Mr. Major about your probation and,
Thank you, sir.
I'll be up. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Sabian Speaks, case number CRB 24384.
Brianna? No? Still no? Okay.
She didn't show up.
I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her.
Okay, what's gonna happen on this case?
Well, the young lady who's the victim in this told us on July 29th that she would be here today. And so I guess the time.
12:03. And she's not here.
So, and
neither's the officer, right?
And the officer's not either. So maybe he's on his honeymoon too, I don't know. Everybody gets a vacation. So we don't have any choice, we can't go forward.
Be dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, this gentleman, not just yet given us a urine sample.
That's me.
State of Ohio versus Charles Booth, case number CRA 23145, TRC 143350, and TRD 144393, A and B.
Okay. I'm going to find you in contempt and sentence you to 30 days in jail unless you immediately pay all of the fines and court costs that are outstanding on your old cases, and that you commit that you will come back to your next review hearing with no positive screens for anything other than buprenorphine.
Yes, sir. I'll pay it right now. I need to talk to my
And when are you're going back out when?
15,
For how long?
21 days. I have marked on my phone every day I get in.
Okay, so that should be,
Right before Friday, I'll be in Thursday night.
so that should be around the 5th of September. You'll be getting back.
Yes, I believe so.
So let's set your next review hearing for the 13th of September. Or preliminary hearing, actually, September 13th, preliminary hearing. And I'm going to set your old cases for September 15th for a review. But they should be done by then, because you're going to pay them all.
Yeah, we're going to pay it now.
Yeah. Suspended on the condition he does this on Thursday. 10, because he still has the preliminary hearing too. Start taking this serious and give me some serious results.
State of Ohio versus Brett Mitchell, case number CRB 15891. Brett Mitchell.
They have him there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take this as a positive screen.
Yes, sir. I spoke to Mr. Major. I told him I didn't know if it would be positive for sure, but it's only been maybe a week or so since I used something, so I figured it probably would be, so I figured it better just to admit it. I mean,
Well, what are we going to do about it?
well, Like I said, I go every week. My counselor quit, so for the past 3 weeks, I haven't been able to see her at the place I go to. There's just been a lot of...
You live in Hurricane? Why do you go to Hurricane?
That's where I live. I live in Tays Valley, so every time I have to come to court, I have to take off work. My fiance takes off work, you know what I mean, to come down here. It's an hour drive each way.
Well, I know, but you drove down here to go to the Walmart, right?
10 years ago, Charles is from, I lived in Huntington then, you know what I mean? It's been a long time since
Here's my philosophy. You came in, even though it was an old case, and you pled, and I tested you, and you tested dirty.
Yes, sir.
So I feel like I've got a duty to try to help you get clean.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I wanted you to go to treatment. It's not that I want to torture you, make you run back and forth between here and Hurricane, or torture you by making you go to treatment. I want to see you get clean.
Right.
I mean, your
I've
fiance, what's her name?
Alicia.
You want to see him get clean? Do you support him in his efforts to get clean?
Yeah, I'm not defending him because I'm totally against it, but if you would have seen him 6 months ago.
Okay, well, we're making progress, but we need to get totally across the finish line, because he's testing positive for cocaine. If he's gonna do cocaine, he might do other stuff too, even by accident.
Yeah.
That could take him out. Do you understand how dangerous it is out there right now? Any kind of street drug? You don't want him to die, do you?
No.
Well, if he's doing street drugs, he's playing Russian roulette.
Oh, that's true.
So, maybe we need this to change it up to where you're going for treatment.
Well, they were supposed to get another counselor. It's just been a big issue with where I was going. Like I said, I was going every 2 weeks, and I put myself to every week so I could have more individual counseling.
Is Brianna still here?
She was in the lobby, Your Honor.
Do you have West Virginia Medicaid?
Yep.
I'm located here, Your Honor.
Oh, great, okay. I know VPs is just about everywhere now. What about Putnam County?
Putnam County?
I know there's one in Cabell. I don't know about Putnam.
I know that. This gentleman lives in Hurricane, so I'm trying to find a place. What's the other place that's in Milton that we've sent people to?
I know there's a place in Barbersville.
What's the name of it?
Pinecrest, right there. Harmony Ridge is in,
Harmony Ridge.
yeah, Milton.
Yeah,
But that's inpatient.
How many inpatients?
30 days inpatient.
Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say, he did just get, the job, his dream job that he's always wanted, so if we could do outpatient, like frequent check-ins or something.
Well, I was gonna let him continue to do it, and at some point though, we gotta say that it ain't working. What's the furthest east ODP facility?
We have one in Ravenswood.
Oh, that's way,
That's a lot past me. Yeah.
The one, I
Charleston?
mean, most of the people that we send to Hurricane go to our Huntington office.
Okay.
I mean, I could probably make it once a week to Huntington. It's just, I don't have a license, so in order to travel, I have to have someone take me. You know what I mean? So,
And she's the one, you're the one that takes him?
yeah. And, you know what I mean, for us to do that, both of us have to take off work, you know what I mean? It's a
How
hassle.
do you get to this place, this wellness place?
Well, it's not far from the house, so usually if somebody, her mom or her sister, or, you know what I mean, they live around there, so on my scheduled days, you know what I mean, they can take me down there. Sometimes if I can't make it, they do telehealth visits.
The last one, well, let's see, June 20th.
Well, they wasn't in today. I've been a couple times since then, but they couldn't fax the screens because they're not in today.
How would they not be on?
They're closed on Fridays. I don't know.
Actually,
Just their
I know
schedule.
that Prestera actually has a place in Hurricane.
You know where the Prestera place is?
It's not too far off the interstate.
I'm not sure. I'm sure I can find it. I mean, I don't know right off.
Look it up and get you an address.
It's 3738.
Tays Valley, yep.
Yep, Tays Valley Road.
Okay, so it's right on the main road.
Here's the phone number, 304 414
It's newly open.
3076.
Okay. Well, try there. I don't really care if you stay at the other place, but we gotta make some progress where you're not doing cocaine anymore.
Right.
So whatever that takes, we would switch to Prestera, get with OVP, you'll probably have to come to Huntington to do that. So let's get something where you get clean screens.
Yes, sir.
And you got a bond up, so you can't run and hide. Okay, I'll set you for September the 3rd. That's going to be a Tuesday. Will be your next hearing.
What time?
That'll be at 10 o'clock. If you are going to be clean, I'll let you appear by teleconference, so she doesn't have to drive you down here.
Yeah, that'd make it a lot easier if we could do that, just because, you know what I mean, we both have to take off work on the days I come, and then she's got to come
So what
down.
I need before then, though, is I need some reports from legitimate.
Yeah, they was sending my reports, but I told them I'd come today. They wasn't in office, so.
Yeah, the last one I got was June 27th.
Yeah, that's before I came to court last time.
Okay. September 3rd is the next hearing.
All right, thank you.
So the court's adjourned.
But you also need to now, so the notes for that.
Have a good weekend, John.